Phil. I'm Nilden.
I'm Raz.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
I'm Brandon.
Slide jobs by the dozen out here.
Hello, this is Thomas.
Here. Pisser.
I'm John.
Sit down the back straightaway for the final time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
This is Dirty Sliders Podcast. Keep it high, wide, and handsome, but don't jump that cushion.
All right, welcome back, Slider Nation. We got most of us here. We got 5 of us. Phil is in Florida, and apparently Starlink does not work in the rain. Thanks, Elon.
Maybe we should move to Ukraine because they're using Starlink on the front lines, buddy.
Yeah.
We can get it in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, but we can't get it in the damn Everglades.
Yeah, people in submarines freaking can get it, but not Phil in Florida.
Yeah. Gotta leave the screen door open.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, we got a little bit going on. I am getting ready for my trip to Las Vegas this weekend to get into high limits and get us some good content there, along with NASCAR race on the side while I'm
Making
there.
history, our first press credential.
Our first, right? We should sell it. I'll autograph it, and that'll be one of our exclusive member-only content. Yeah, first press credential, but it'll be fun. Hoping to come back next week with a lot of good stuff for us. But that's what I've got going on. What do you guys got going on?
Take that liquid death can and throw it as far away from you as you can. Because you keep hitting it on the table.
Right now?
You keep hitting it on the table.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, there it is. I'm like, what the... There you go.
I'm working on trying to get NASCAR credentials for Phoenix. I mean, I would do Sonoma, but I'm gonna have the whole family with me, so I'd probably be bad to ditch the whole family and go into the pits and everything. So working on Sonoma or Phoenix tickets
for championship.
Yeah.
On a dirt track side of NASCAR, how about C. Bell, boys?
Hey, 3 in a row, baby. Let's go. He's putting up a good year to start. Yeah, that's legit. That's right there.
Yeah,
I am impressed. Yep, I am impressed.
If you weren't thinking about it before, you sure are now.
Well, let's not forget that he went out there with the World of Outlaws. I believe it was Volusia and won a race down there too. So I mean, he's got a good year going. That's for sure.
Yeah.
My thing, it kind of turns around and looks like when Kyle Larson was coming out of the dirt ranks and he was winning a bunch of NASCAR races, and then it was kind of like this year, it's kind of like he just can't catch a break, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure. It's a real selling point when you can go back to Coach Gibbs and say, see, that dirt racing's helping me on the NASCAR track.
Yeah,
well, if nothing else, it helps your confidence. I think so. It gives you momentum. Momentum's huge. And, Kyle Larson said it best. He said he got a lot of flack for when he won the Chili Bowl, and he says, I don't care about the Daytona 500 or the NASCAR championship. This is the race of my life right here. And he caught a lot of flack about that from all the NASCAR guys, including his car owners. But the thing is he has since elaborated on that. He goes, look, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but the thing is when you go to a dirt track, they're not any less talented than the NASCAR guys. You're still running against the best there is on that particular track. Oh, and at Chili Bowl, you're going to get you a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You need a pile of luck and a pile of skill to make it to the A main alone. Yeah. Let's see what else.
But not a pile of Simple Green.
Hey, Soper, it's still too soon.
Do.
I'm sorry.
No, that's microwave, sir.
Add another fucking minute or two to your microwave, Soper.
Yeah. Some guy got on the one of Hunter Schoenberg's posts and said something, and Hunter just lit him up. Like, what are you, some kind of troll? Everybody's got something to say. It turned out the guy was kind of a fan, and he was like, hey, man, I was just saying it was messed up. You got disqualified.
Oops.
Whoops.
So, evidently Hunter's still a little raw about that.
A little sour action there.
It ain't your regular Saturday night.
Sour Patch Kids going on
Well,
there, huh?
and it sucks for it sucks for Hunter because his name's attached to that. And he had absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm sure he had no idea. Just a guy in a seat.
Yeah.
Brass.
We feel like,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Somebody might know a little thing or two down there,
I mean,
huh?
I was in that pit, so what can I say? I was in that pit and in that.
That's all we're gonna say is you were in the pit.
in that holler, so I might know a thing or two. But yeah, those are my friends and my teammates. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
Yeah, no point to.
Right.
Not gonna help nothing.
We and I say we because I was part of that group. We cheated. We got caught. We paid the penalty. There it is. Barona's about to start.
Next year, leave the stickers on.
Barona's got one more practice, and they start up April 1st. Is that right?
12. One more this weekend if the rain holds off.
Yeah, we got to practice this weekend if the rain holds up. Then we got monster trucks, and then what is it? First or second week of April we start racing.
Yeah.
Second week of April, I think.
Yep, April 12th.
Looking forward to that. Hopeful for.
I got my rig back, so I might be there.
Hopeful for all you guys to do have good years.
I might need a guy like Neilton to tell me what to do with my air pressures. He hooked me up last year about after the heat race. He said, "Hey, change your air pressure. I need you, Neilton, to come to the pits and help us out, buddy."
Hey, I got the family. I got a crew chief from the hill.
Yeah.
Send everyone a text message.
I told you guys on the last podcast what we found with the car, with the scales and all that stuff. When we were out for practice, we were having issues with the car turning it on entry to the corner. Just the car was tight on entry. Put a softer right front spring in it. That didn't seem to help it. I got it back to the shop, took all four corners apart. The right front shock was broke, and it was only traveling halfway. It would not collapse all the way down.
Sounds like a bad shot.
So we got all four shocks at the shock guy. He's fixing them, repairing them. He's going to dyno all four. We're just going to go to next practice with an entire set of known good shocks. And
there you go.
And then go from there. Might do some spring rate changes in the rear. I'm not really sure. Just first and foremost, we want to see what the car's going to do, obviously, with the four good shocks on it, and go from there, man. I'm so excited because the car's fast as it is, and I'm in a spot where I feel like I can compete how the car was, and now it's just going to be that much better. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
So the touring series have started racing again, so we've got some stuff to cover. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about a project we've been working on, and John's been doing some hard work putting a Patreon page together for us. Now, we're not ready to officially launch it, but what I want to do is put out to the viewers, what would you like to see on a Patreon? What kind of rewards would you like to see from us? What kind of prices do you want to see on what tiers? Give us some input on that. We kind of have the bones, the structure of it set up. Thanks to a ton of hard work by John Bridger. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But
it's coming together. We'll get it. Yeah, just input would be great. Yeah, from all the listeners and viewers and watchers and likers, dislikers, let us know.
Yeah, and we're throwing some ideas out. Not like I said, nothing's cast in stone yet, but possibly let the Patreon members come in on a live stream, see everything that goes on behind the scenes before and after we actually go live to the podcast portion. You'll see a lot of us talking a lot of shit to each other. It's probably the main highlights of that.
Just a little bit.
We're looking at some merch, some T-shirts, some hats, some stickers, things like that. Q&As with us, maybe some live look-ins at the track amongst our racing sliders. Those are just some of the ideas we've thrown out internally. But like I said, chime in. What do you want to see as a viewer and as a listener? What do you want to see out there? Because we're open to all input. We're trying to generate a little bit of money to help support this podcast. Basically, just to work on the infrastructure of it. Let's get some good lighting for everybody, get some good microphones for everybody, so it's a better experience for you, the viewer. We're doing this on a shoestring. None of us are rich. So but if we can improve the experience for you guys, then that's what we want to do, and we think Patreon's the way to do it.
Yep.
Well, on that note, we're still throwing around some ideas of also, putting some stuff together for, junior racers at Verona Speedway, just something we're throwing out there just to, show our support for the local racing community. Also, it's not, we're not just looking for you to hand us things. We're also looking at, putting money back into local racing and, junior racers.
Yeah, that's something we've got a project we're working on for the kids. We're not ready to release the details yet, but if we do go with this idea, it'll be a fun one. I think it's the kids will enjoy it, and I think the viewers will enjoy it. It ought to be a lot of fun. There ought to be a few laughs too. But that's something we're working on. We got to talk with the promoters at Verona and get approval to do it, and then work out all the logistics of what we have to do to make it happen. But we're always all about giving back. My last year in California, but I moved out here to Kentucky, I was heavily involved with the kids, and I had a blast. And they thanked me by giving me a pretty cool vintage trophy with my name on it. And then, at the kids banquet, it was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, jumping right into sprint cars, there's really not a lot to talk about with High Limit yet. They are racing this weekend in Vegas, and John will be there for that, and has gotten himself a press credential and all access pass. So hopefully he's going to get some good interviews and some good sound bites and footage while he's there. Yeah,
and have a
most
good time.
importantly, have a blast beyond that. I think that's going to be the coolest thing.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some fun had, that's for sure.
I still think High Limit's probably one of the most exciting series going right now in sprint cars.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No doubt about it. Those guys every night. I mean, it's a toss-up of who's going to win every single night because they're all pretty much good.
Well, that segues us right into World Outlaws, because it's not a toss-up in World Outlaws. There is one guy winning. His name is David Gravel. He is pretty much winning everything there is to win. Let me do a little screen share here.
We are not experts.
Nope, we're not. So at Magnolia, David Gravel pretty much won everything there is to win. This picture here had to have been taken in hot laps or practice or something, because that's the closest anybody came to him during all the races.
I don't see your screen.
Nope, not yet.
Big boss, no picture.
Well, we are trained professionals. Oh, refresh to share your screen.
Do not try this at home.
We know a little bit about a lot of
It says
stuff.
refresh, rejoin the studio. Well, let's give that a try. Could possibly go wrong there.
See you in a little bit.
We'll talk to you in a few minutes, bud.
Yeah, we may be done now on this podcast. So now that Raz is gone,
Yeah.
I gotta say, that guy, wow.
What a guy, huh?
I mean, I think our viewership. I think our viewership without Raz could. I mean,
Could at least
really?
double, maybe triple.
Really?
We got some good forward momentum going here.
Yeah. Get all that forward bite.
This is gonna be like last. It's gonna be like last week with Dirt Dude. Brad's gonna be 6 minutes off the whole rest of the time.
I know it.
Oh, stop talking. I see something.
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
Maybe, but who's he coming back
in
as?
black.
Art.
We got any AC/DC fans in here?
Right,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there he
All right, it's
was, 6
RB3.
minutes off the pace.
Yeah.
No,
Still can't share.
Sharing screen, retake 2. Might want to share that to Bridger. He's pretty good at getting the screen to share pretty well.
Yeah, who would have known an old bastard like that'd be good with
all right,
technology?
can you see that?
Who would have thought? It is Mike's muted, so he can't talk shit.
I know. Yeah. Hey, no, sir.
Negatory.
Hey, you know that hill behind Brandon's house?
Bridge
Fuck off to the other side of it. Which one?
Which hill? There's a bunch
Any
of
hill. He can pick any hill behind your house. Or behind
Alright.
his house. I've never been to Thomas's.
Thomas don't have a hill behind his
Either.
house.
I didn't think so, yeah.
Nope, no
I
hell
love the hill
there.
behind my house, John.
You can take the hill behind Nealon's house and fuck
There we
off
go.
right to the other side of it.
And then keep
I
going
do-
and fuck off on the other side of
And
that
then
other
fuck
one.
off on the other side of the other hill.
It
I
goes
do
so
go
far,
fuck
so you
off.
might catch a case.
I do go fuck up on that hill because Nealden's always like, "Hey man, it's Friday. I'm getting off early. Just meet me at the house." And then I beat him there by 45 minutes. So what do? I let my 4-year-old drive in circles in the roundabout at the top of his hill.
Nice.
There we go.
So, have you guys seen the new Snap-on LN46
Yeah, here we
pliers?
go. Here we
Brought to you
go.
by No Run Tools.
These are the smaller version of our TikTok famous LN47s.
Hey,
No, but
whatever
I've seen
happened?
these.
Oh yes, aren't they comfy?
Oh,
Aren't
I love
they
these
They're
things.
Hey,
stupid comfortable.
whoa, what are those?
Oh yeah, they're these.
They're
What
Snap-on
the hell?
shoes.
I need to come see Nealden anyways. I need to help with my sponsorship this year. We got to have a
All right,
conversation, Nealden.
can you
Yeah.
see that screen?
Snap-on Hey Dudes, baby, in stock. If not, I order them. Not a big deal. Comfy.
Them
I come
socks?
home, kick off the
Hey.
shoes, and put those back on.
No.
No, sir.
No.
The answer is no, Raz. We should just
So
continue
can
on.
you share that to John in the group?
We shall just continue on.
So the no-code GB70 jump
Okay.
starter.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, good.
Hey, whatever
Lord.
happened to your videos on Facebook when you used to show your new shit? You know,
I've been slacking.
your social media expert has dwindled here, but
Well, the one guy that would call me and tell me he wanted stuff just drives Soper to the house now. So
Yeah.
he delivers them to me.
I voluntarily get involuntarily.
hey,
something's going.
Hey,
something's
okay.
happening.
something's cooking here.
It's black, but something's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hang
We're
on.
so close.
No.
Here, let me see if I can get it screened. If
Anyway.
if I've got the right
I don't know. I can't see shit.
picture. Is that the one?
There you go.
Anyway.
I can see that.
I can see
All right,
Raz's
so anyway,
black screen.
That's gravel
And
in the
John's
two-car.
screen.
He set fast time.
All right.
New track record. Won his heat. Won the trophy dash. And won the feature, by leading every single lap. So, anyway.
Well,
That'll
dang it.
do it.
He's cheating. He's got traction control.
Well, that's why people like to
Oh,
watch
Lord.
IMCA, where they make the fast
They
guys
do a little
start
bit of an
fucking,
invert in
in the
World
back,
Outlaws,
making
but-
work through traffic.
The thing is it comes down to you have to make
God damn,
the trophy dash because that's what sets like the top 6 or 8 for the feature. Anyway, that's
Right.
World Outlaws. And I really hope this one shares because this is this might be Dirty Slider of the Week or Dumbass of the Week, one of the two.
Damn it. I didn't know we had a Dumbass of the Week award.
I
Maybe
spent so much
Bridges
time
should
getting
share
this
that too.
ready to go before we came on. I really want to do it. But clearly it is not happening. Oh.
Green's. It's thinking.
AC/DC has arrived again.
I know.
All right. How about that? You guys see that?
I see a black
No.
screen.
Well, you know, it's Spectrum.
Your internet must suck ass today, Raz. Oh yeah, it's probably sucking
I was
major.
I was gonna ask if it was raining and you had Starlink.
Well,
I hear it.
Something.
I just can't see it.
It's trying.
Anyway, for NARC 410 sprints at
Maybe that announcer can go to Ventura.
Sounds exciting.
DJ Neto and Justin Sanders had a battle going. It was awesome. They're just first and second going for it. And Justin Sanders came up on Bud Kading and just basically ran it right in the back of him. He tried to stuff it in where it didn't fit, and then does a complete 360, doesn't stall the car, continues going. The problem is under NARC rules, you do a 360, they will throw the caution and you will go to the back, even though you did not come to a stop. Are you trying to share that video, John? It's their rule. It's been their rule.
Well, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, look, NARC Stockton.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find it.
Through the race. Anyway, he does a 360. Caution comes out. Under caution, he pulls up next to Bud Kading, who, by the way, just lost his grandfather Howard, who was a sprint car legend on his own. Much respect to him. Anyway, he pulls up next to Bud Kading and just, flies him the bird and runs into him the whole 9 yards. Like, dude, you're the one who stuffed it into the back of his car. You tried to put it in a hole where it didn't fit. But anyway, if John can't get it pulled up, if you search YouTube, look NARC 410, NARC 410 at Stockton, and watch that. It's a fun race to watch anyway.
Oh, I think I got it.
We are
here. Hang on. Let's give it a shot. Sharing. Trained professionals.
Yeah, that's it right there. If you back it up just a little bit, you'll see the whole.
That's it. Right.
Yeah. So those two
one
cars,
more lap.
DJ Neto's in the 88, Justin's in the 2. Like I said, they were going at it. So DJ Neto gets by him. Bud doesn't give him a whole lot of room. And then Justin Sanders just stuffs it in the bottom, and there wasn't anywhere close to a lane.
Man, I went through a caution for that old boy saved that and didn't even lose momentum. God damn.
Anyway, if you let that roll for another 10 or 15 seconds, you'll see Justin pulling up next to Bud and telling him he's number one.
Well, Bridger, you're a little premature on your displacement.
I didn't know that there was more. Here we go.
Yeah.
They cut it off. Okay. We tried.
So essentially, I think what he was getting at was if you're a lapped guy and the leaders are here and we're in a battle,
well, the thing
move.
was he held his line. What more do you want from
Was there a layover flag displaced?
That lapper's got just as much right to the racetrack as you do. So, I've always said it's on the leaders to find a way around. You're faster, therefore it should be easy. Yeah.
There ain't no such thing as easy.
Yeah, but
I
it's
know the
not.
same as skiing.
It's
You're
not a
faster
move.
from behind. It's your job to get around safe.
Yeah, it's not a move out of the way flag. It's the hold your line flag.
But I will give that dude some solid credit
it's
to do
Justin
that
Sanders. He is
360
a
and damn near
talented race
not
car
lose
driver
any
for sure.
momentum is pretty impressive.
Like I said, it's not on Bud Kading to get out of your way.
Yeah, I'm watching it again. They're wheel to wheel, dang near banging wheels. Got some not so talented
Shout
racers
out
in the
in
way.
that race to
At
friend
least
of the
not that
program,
night.
Caleb Montgomery.
Yeah.
He ended up finishing 4th in that race, and he will be at Vegas. So John, just go through the pits and find the guy with the goofiest haircut you've ever seen in your life, and that'll be Caleb. That'll be. He'll be easy to find. He'll be very close.
Say hi, Caleb.
Very close to Stevie Rogers, and if you don't know who Stevie Rogers is,
true.
Google her. She's a pretty talented race car driver in her own right.
Okay, let's Google that.
Make sure you tell him Raz said hi. And if you get a chance to interview him, he's a fun interview because he's one goofy dude.
I will.
And he's always walking around the camera. He might interview you at the same time you're interviewing him. Yeah.
That's fine. That'll be cool.
That could be an interesting interview. Interview.
So
just keep
I
throwing
have
fastball
videos
questions
to play,
back and forth.
I obviously, I'm not going to be able to play them. But I have 2 nominations for Dirty Slider of the Week. One, and neither one of them are dirt related. Just Googled Jack Baldwin and I forget the guy's first name. His last name is Crum, Crum, and Jake Crum, and they tangled at Anderson Motor Speedway. Now, if you don't know who Jack Baldwin is, he's the son of Tommy Baldwin, who's a longtime NASCAR car owner. He's currently the competition director at Rick Ware Motorsports, and he's.
I watched that video. It's actually, I concur with your assessment.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. Asphalt modified, NASCAR asphalt modified.
Or you just drove him up into the wall?
And, Mr. Jack Baldwin was not very happy.
Asphalt modified, yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was
the opposite of pleased.
If you
got
see
it,
the
John?
video, there's
you
two tires
got
touching
it.
the ground, there's only 2 tires touching the ground on that car after it wrecks.
Slinging the window open.
That's where he's saying a bunch of explicit words.
That's where the announcer does not shove the mic in the window.
Hey, Jim,
Speaking of announcers, has anybody listened to a race from Ventura lately?
You're number 1, bud. You're number 1.
Here, I got a better one.
Could have been.
Here. The open.
99. Try to get alongside the hard way around this racetrack. But once you get there, you can have the momentum. And Crum kind of crowds Baldwin and Baldwin in the wall off of turn number 4.
Oh, he looks pretty happy.
Oh, my. Drama on the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. Jack Baldwin quickly putting the net down, quickly starting to take off the belts. Baldwin's got to be fired up after that one. And Baldwin, as Jake Crum comes around, says, Jake Crum, what are you doing off of turn number 4? Baldwin and Crum at war here in the 11. Smart Modified Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one torn up race car.
I think they deserve number 11.
Completely unrelated. I think those modifieds are some of the coolest race cars to ever exist.
They're pretty cool.
That's how Newman got started.
Isn't that what that's what Newman's doing now, right?
And he's pretty decent modified.
Brian Newman's doing it. Yeah.
The other dirty slider is not even racing related. Just Google Inglewood CarMax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Oh, I think. Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of all.
I did see a clip of this on something. Yeah.
Didn't like his appraisal.
Yeah.
I think it went down.
Don't lowball me. I know what I got.
Hey, it's for sale, not on sale. Yeah. I mean,
Fuck around
we're
to
laughing
find
and
out.
it is funny, but I guess 8 people got hurt. I don't know. Nobody really serious. Yeah.
No, that's not funny.
Hey,
He tore
he
that
went in through
showroom
one
up
door and
pretty
out
good,
the
though.
other.
I gotta give him a little credit there.
Here. Yeah. Here, ready? Here we go. I got it. Let me pull this up. Ding. Back it up a little bit here.
He didn't like that you couldn't get a drive-through appraisal.
That was wrong. Good, but it was wrong.
May have been true.
Yeah, it may have.
He probably should have sold it at the appraised number there because it's probably substantially
Less.
it gave him more money in his pocket than what he's going to be having here shortly.
Now
Yeah,
it's
it looks like he center punched something.
Yeah. Now it's internet famous. You can get twice the appraisal for it.
The problem is now everybody else is making money off of your video and you're not making
keep in
shit.
mind that there's a
you're in
white
jail.
Bronco in some
And you're in jail.
complex right now that they say is worth close to $2 to $3 million.
Right.
Yep. I heard it goes
Hey,
about
one in the
35
driver,
miles an
one
hour
in the
down
driver's seat,
interstate.
one laying down in the back.
Does that come equipped with an
Last thing I
onboard
have sprint car
microwave?
related is
Anyways, so
last thing I have sprint car related is Carolina Speedway. Someone rented the track and got in behind the wheel of a 410 sprint car for the first time ever. I wish I could share my screen because there is video. It's on X if you want to search it, John. Ty Gibbs got behind the wheel of a 410 wing sprint car and started making some pretty decent laps. He sucked wind at the Chili Bowl, but the Chili Bowl was his second ever midget race.
It's
so
true.
I'll cut the guy some slack there. I think that's a bad strategy, is to make the Chili Bowl your second ever time behind the wheel in a midget. But, hey, what do I know?
what main?
Hey, you know what?
did
I think that's
he-
my
I guess
first time behind the
Chad
wheel.
Boat put him in one of his cars to
Who's Jose?
test at Carolina. And like I said, the video's out there if you want to look at it. I found it on X, and he looked pretty good, actually. Now, granted, he was the only car on the track, and it's easy to look good when you're the only car on the track.
Remember who posted it?
Hang on. Yeah, I like I said,
we're killing it with the energy this week.
Good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah, and that sounds still.
I mean, looks pretty good.
Probably
Looks
better
better
than
than
I
I
would
on there
do.
right now.
Yeah, probably better than me in a fucking 410 for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, till the day I die.
It'll be the
Hopefully
sound
it's
you'll
from
hear
that
on the
sound.
day I die is wah thump.
It wasn't the speed that killed him; it was the sudden stop.
Yeah.
Speed. Yep. Speed has never killed nobody.
Lay it out.
All right, I've got some things here. If we're ready, there is on the late model front, as we sit, World of Outlaws is showing 30 full-time drivers. Now, everybody, Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws both goes down there to Florida and runs their speed weeks, right? So you get all those guys running both series, just logging laps and getting back into race rhythm. And you got guys like Jonathan Davenport, Ricky Thornton, on the World of Outlaws full-time list. And the likelihood of those guys flipping from Lucas to World of Outlaws is slim. But as any racing group is going to, they're going to promote the biggest names that are showing up at their track. And so far, those guys have showed up for every race.
Isn't Ricky and Jonathan Davenport Lucas Oil late model guys?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that they're Lucas guys, but they're shown on the World of Outlaws full time because they've made every race so far. So something a lot of these guys do is they'll basically kind of declare for both series, and then at the end of speed weeks, they'll see where they're at and play the game from there, whichever series they're going to go with. Lucas is claiming 12 full-time drivers. Again, Jonathan Davenport, Ricky Thornton, Garrett Albertson, all those guys, right? But the one that really blew me away is Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series has 21 full-time committed guys right now. 21 full-time committed guys. This is I believe they're going into their third year, and I think it is, I know it's a regional thing, but I think it's awesome what they've been able to accomplish.
That shows what happens when you have racers get behind promoting a race series. Those guys are as redneck as they come from the panhandle of Florida. If you go back to their earlier videos, before they got mostly professional, it's like, oh my God, these guys are rednecks. But they're a fun watch. They've turned it into something. I think Joseph Joyner is one of the most talented late model guys in the country, and I'd put him up against anybody. And like I said, their videos are fun to watch, and they I forget the name of the brother. It's no, it's Jonathan's twin actually, who runs the series. He's in charge of the series, and he came from Flow Racing and brought his experience there, and they really do a great job, and I think that's why they have 21 guys committed.
Yep. Now I would say you can probably anticipate a lot of those guys falling off as the series goes on and they're down in the points. They might start, running closer to home or pick and choose bigger races, that kind of stuff. But like you said, to start
I
checked,
the year with 21
committed guys to want to run a series, that's pretty damn good at this level. It is. Yep, absolutely. I got two more things. One is This is kind of quick. The past 2-year IMCA modified champion, national champion, Chaz Baca, has released his race schedule, and boys, he's going to Iowa.
Who would have thunk?
He's got 50, I believe I counted 55 races on his calendar. 11 of those are in Arizona, and half of those are in a sprint car. He's going to go run the full Midwest, North Dakota, Iowa, all that stuff out there.
He's going to do like Colin Hibden and all those guys that came from the West Coast, right? We were talking about pre-show.
Yep.
The West Coast guys eventually have a good run, and then they all got to go to Iowa because, let's face it, to be the best in the country, you got to beat the best in the country.
Yeah, and I mean, it's we can all agree Chaz Baca is a hell of a driver. He can drive that modified. Damn good. But he goes to Super Nationals and he struggles, and it's because he doesn't have the laps out there. He doesn't have the run against the competition out there. So now he's going to go make his Midwest run, and you could probably expect him to have a much stronger showing this year at Super Nationals.
Well, the deal is the track surfaces compared to racing out here on the West Coast and, the parking lot to actual clay of the Midwest. But he went to the Dakota Mod Tour last year and pretty much got his ass handed to him, right? There's no doubt he can race here. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, for example, Cole Dick at Verona a couple years ago was damn near lights out at Verona. Went to Vegas, couldn't get out of a C main or whatever the deal was. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. So a lot of people are really dominant in their region, and then they start going out to where these folks are, these are what these guys do all year round. And, I mean, Chaz Baca, he'll get it figured out. And, I mean, he's got the backing of Harris Auto Racing. I mean, Kyle Brown and Harris is right there in Boone, Iowa, right? So he's going to have the backing of those guys. They went down to Winter Nationals. Did you see Kyle and Dallin Murdy? Those guys were down there at Winter Nats, right? They'll give him support, and not only he might not be the best in Iowa to start out with, but by the time he comes back to Arizona, he's going to be walking the dog.
More importantly to me is
more than what he already
Chaz
is.
a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's easy to talk to. He's fun to hang around.
Yeah, and he's opened the door with a buddy of mine, Stephen Luch, and he's sharing information. I don't know if sharing information, but yeah, sharing information, helping him, kind of coaching him a little bit, this, that, and the other. I think it's awesome. I'm happy for Chaz. I hope he goes out there, and I want to see him lock himself into the Super Nats feature race on Saturday before he has to run the last chance qualifier on Saturday.
Well, I just don't want him to get discouraged. So, I mean, full support of the guy, right? Obviously, he's a hell of a dude. Just don't get discouraged. The first little bit, it might be tough, but keep your head up and keep pushing. Obviously, you're eventually going to put yourself into the top. I mean, Dylan Thornton and those guys, they weren't the best when they first got there. I mean, Fitz from up there at Ventura, Trevor Fitz, he moved to Iowa. He wasn't the best out of the box either, but now he's pretty damn consistently running in the top, 5, 10 cars.
How about that announcer?
So no doubt, Chaz will get there. Fuck that guy. I shouldn't say that, but the least enthusiastic announcer I've ever heard in dirt racing by far is the guy in Ventura.
And he's the
Isn't he the owner of the joint?
They don't own the track. It's county owned, but it's fairgrounds. But yeah, he's the guy. If only advice I could give to the guy is hire an announcer because you're terrible.
I'll announce. Call me up. I'll come up there and help you out, buddy. Because golly almighty.
I didn't have this on my list, but Brandon, you brought up the Murdy boys. So MD3 last year released their new stock car body, their full MD3 plastic stock car body. And I'll be honest, the pictures and the wrap that they had on that MD3 car, I was not a fan of. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it looked. I didn't like the stance of the car. None of that stuff. But the Murdy boys have the new MD3 body, and I don't know what they've done different. Maybe it's just their wrap or whatever. I don't know, but damn it, those cars look nice. I I they changed my tune here. I might like these new cars. The
Did you
Murdy
see
boys know
the
what they're doing.
Did you see the video of Dallin Murdy and Jim Horse coming to the finish line a couple weeks, last week or something in the Midwest?
No.
Oh, Jim Horse was leading the thing and Dallin was running second. I'd like to find the video. It's on Facebook. Jim Horse comes off the bottom a little bit and Dallin stuck his nose down there, down the back straightaway, side by side. And that car looks pretty damn bitchin' when it's in some action, boys.
Yeah. And then I kind of goofed up. I got two more things here. One is Bakersfield Speedway. Okay, so for those of you who aren't local to San Diego, probably don't know this, but Bakersfield, there was two dirt tracks at Bakersfield, right? There was a dirt track at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway Park, and then there was Oildale, which was the original Bakersfield. That Oildale track is no longer running. They moved their operations to Kevin Harvick. Now the same people that were running Bakersfield is running the Kevin Harvick track. And they did some full renovations on that track before they started the season, and they did a good job. They had a lot of work to do. They got it all done. They were ready to race this last weekend for their opener race. The track on video is a little deceiving. I thought the track was pretty flat based on the kind of the videos I was watching. Shout out to Mike Charlton. He always does the Facebook Live thing, so I was watching his videos all weekend. Boy, howdy. That modified main, that was something. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I watched it live on Mike's Facebook feed, and I'm going to share the screen. They're going to take the green flag on a green-white checkered, and I want you to watch these last couple of laps here.
Trained professionals.
All right. Oh, no, it went away.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now let's make that bigger.
Let me open this.
There we go.
I'll take that off for right now. 26. Okay, this is them. They got the one to go. They're going to come around and take the green flag this time by. Oh, for those of you that are watching, this is how a slider is done.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, he missed on that one, but at least he missed it clean.
Like, he slid.
Yeah. Yes.
White flag.
Here you go.
Nice.
I mean, like I said, I watched the whole weekend, or the whole night on Mike's Facebook live feeds, and the track is fast. It's very fast. It's got wide corners. It's more banked. I mean, you guys tell me. Watching that video, the track looks pretty flat from that video angle, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's got more banking in it than what you think it does. And it looked good. I think for their opening weekend on a new track configuration, all that stuff. Absolute A+ banger on their part. I think it was awesome, and a great job to those guys.
Shout out to Joe Altig. He made the A main up there.
Yes. No, Altig boys. Neither one of the Altig boys made the A main.
Joe made the A main. Keith didn't make the A main.
Mike Charlton on his Facebook live feed said that neither one of them made the feature.
I know Keith didn't make it.
I'm pretty sure Joe did. No, Keith didn't make it, but I'm pretty sure Joe did.
All right, and then the last thing I got is when I had my 15 minutes of fame with IMCA TV, there was a feller who reached out to me from Florida. His name is Matthew
100%
Streifenbach. I hope I did not butcher that, Matt, but he probably he ran an IMCA. He runs an IMCA modified down in Florida, and he ran the whole Clash on the Coast series. He is also an active duty service member with the Air Force out there in Florida. He on the second to last night or the last night of the Clash on the Coast series, he was running second place to Joseph Joyner with just 2 or 3 laps to go when he got wadded up by a lap car spinning out. I mean, a couple laps to go, running second place, IMCA Clash on the Coast. It's a pretty big thing. A lot of heavy hitters out there. Yeah, a lot of heavy hitters out there. So Matt, hey, if you're watching this, congratulations, bud. I'm glad you had good luck.
I don't know what you're trying to show us, Brandon, but all we can see was a white screen.
Man. Hell yeah. Oh, Joe Oltig finished 8th in the A main up there at Kern County, Bakersfield at Kern Raceway.
Well, Mike,
that's pretty impressive. Hey.
Mike, if you're watching this, damn it, you lied to me.
And in the Dirty Sliders Messenger, I sent the video of Dallin Murdy and Jim Horsch at the Clash at the Coast, so you can get a good look at that stock car.
Soper
all I got's the socials right now. We got Soper stole all the thunder, yeah. That's fine. I'll have more next week. We got anything else?
Hey,
anybody got anything?
No, you did.
When Raz says put the homework in and get the shit out there, I'm trying, man.
So we hope.
No, I know you are. You're
Phil
doing
and
awesome.
Heather aren't floating away right now. So get them back here next. You should know you're the expert. You're the expert on water heaters.
I heard his water heater's working.
His hot water heater?
Hey, but while we're talking about service, one of our teammates, Joe Cott, he's an active duty Marine. He watches our show every single week. He's one that comments on YouTube. He shares it on Facebook. So solid shout out to Joe Cott. He runs the 38 Pure Stock at Verona Speedway, active duty
thank you for your service,
Marine,
Joe.
and he's always watching. So thank you for the support.
Yeah.
No.
Except for you drive a Ford, bud. Get a better car.
We already beat him up enough at the ranch. Calm down.
I just want to.
Brandon and I took care of that yesterday.
Give us your feedback on the ideas for Patreon. What we're looking at has tiers as low as $2. But like I said, give us your thoughts. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you think would be appropriate as a tier level to pay to help us out. We're hoping to get some support, and we would appreciate every little bit we get. Like I said, it could help get this podcast going a little better, a little more viewer friendly, and help sponsor some of the stuff. We're going to do it for the kids this year. I don't know if we're going to sponsor any big car stuff, but we're definitely going to do more than one thing for the kids, because we're all about supporting the kids.
Yep.
I mean, if you got a certain series that you like, also you can throw that out in the comments too. And I mean, maybe if we're not showing enough interest in a series that you particularly are heavily involved with.
And the other thing, anybody who's a listener and a racer, if you have a car and you're currently racing or like building it to get ready to race, send us some pictures. dirtysliders7@gmail.com. We'll put them up on the podcast here and shout you out. We're all about supporting the racers, and if you're supporting us by listening, then we'll definitely throw that out there. So keep an ear out for some news about the thing we're going to sponsor for the kids and put out there. Like I said, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it.
And
I'm going to see if I can get a day pass coming down to the pits.
There you go.
From my tower on the hill.
Just shut off the damn lights this year.
Hey, I was just trying to light up the corner for you guys so you can see where to go.
Hey.
Jacina can't drive when your headlights are on.
All right.
I can't drive anyway.
Huh?
True.
we have we're so this Sunday, I just remembered this Sunday in the afternoon, I'm gonna be on 96.1 Racer Radio with Brittany and Dave Stoll. It airs, like I said, 96.1 AM
March
1170, and I
16th.
believe March 16th, this Sunday, March 16th, and I believe you can also find it on iHeartRadio. This will be really cool. I believe, Brayden, you've been in there a couple of times. This will be my first time in there. Really excited. If Brittany or Dave, if you're watching, I hope you guys let me drink beer because I'm bringing it. So,
Hey, that's a pretty chill little spot right there. Also, shout out while you're doing that, Elko and Ford. Paul Dyke throws a lot of money to keep that Racer Radio going. So, shout out to Paul.
Perfect. That's who
right,
Paul and PJ.
John,
That's who
throw
I
up the
bought the
socials
sport
and let's
mod
get out of
from.
here.
So keep it going, boys. I like it.
Socials, Dirty Sliders on Facebook, Dirty.Sliders on Instagram, and at Dirty Sliders on X. And more stuff coming shortly. So like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff we've been talking about.
Tonight, guys.
Thank you guys for listening and watching.
Thank y'all.
See ya.
Good show.
Thanks for
Good
waiting
show.
for me.
Drive faster.